Do you think I can talk to dead people? Hi, I'm Peaceful Nik the Medium. I am a medium and I'm a scientist. I'm here to spread awareness and show science proves mediumship is real. We have something called non-locality, which means our consciousness is not imbued and connected to the neurons in our brain. It's non-local. And because our consciousness is non-local, that means when we pass away, our human body passes away, our consciousness comes out of our body and goes into what I call the spirit world, which is how mediums like myself communicate with people in the spirit world to give evidence to our loved ones that are sitting there in front of us, or our clients if we're doing a reading for a client. This article here talks about the notion of the hard problems scientists have, and that is the phenomena that apparently contradict the notion that consciousness is exclusively dependent on the brain, including phenomena where consciousness appears to extend beyond the physical brain and body in both space and time, which is shown right here in the sentence below in this scientific paper. It's also saying if consciousness were non-local, then an individual ought to be able to perceive information beyond the reach of the brain, body, and senses. This is showing the different experiments, some of them that have been run by scientists in labs. One example is when people speak a language they've never heard during these mediumship readings. This article is also showing the commonality, how common these non-local consciousness experiences are. And this article summarizes by saying reports of individuals perceiving information from distant locations, from another person, from the future, where people gain skills beyond their normal capacity, or when the brain is apparently non-functional, have been documented in anecdotal and experimental context. In addition, these phenomena are ubiquitous worldwide. These examples are not meant to provide definitive evidence for non-local consciousness or provide a comprehensive list, but rather to highlight that certain commonly reported phenomena and some rare effects present clear challenges to prevailing physicalist models of consciousness. And of course, it goes on to talk about critiques. But oftentimes, and this is probably the most important thing I want to say about this subject, there are people who are skeptics. Skeptics abound. Skeptics love to say negative things. Some skeptics are skeptics just to be skeptical. You could show them proof after proof. I could give a skeptic a reading that gave him detailed evidence that only he would know, period. Nothing on the internet, nowhere. I could give him 100 pieces of evidence, and if he's a skeptic, he or she, they would still not believe it. So you have to understand that some criticisms are just by people who are negative and skeptical. We have to allow ourselves to open up to the possibility that this universe we live in is big. Humans have only, had technology for 100 years maybe, the kind of technology, sort of modern technology. We know so little about what's happening in the universe. Who are we to decide that our human brain is just this biological computer and there's nothing spiritual happening? So be careful with critics and open your mind and understand there's a lot more to this universe and to human consciousness than scientists know. But I'm glad they're trying to study it. I'm glad they're doing that.